Monday, April 6th. I'm out in the shop and working on pipes, trying to get ready for Chicago. Tonight, I'm working on mouthpieces. I had one already drilled that fit this pipe. Just had to sand it to make the transition perfect, but working on that filtered wizard pipe. I've got two, four, six more pipes on that rack back there that need mouthpieces made for them. So first I'm going to drill them, and then I have to cut them down to size to get close to the stem size, and then I'll sand to actually get them spot on to make the transition nice. Let's see if I can get this. What am I doing here? Going the wrong direction. Where we go? And I have to move this light over here. So first I center drilled it. Now I'm getting ready to drill it, and then I'll probably do that to three of them. Then I may swap out the chuck for a live center, and we may start turning them. We'll see how it goes. I think I may slow down for drilling this so it doesn't overheat as much.
Sure if that's a better idea or not.
Smarty Bob is having his monthly get together up at Smoker's Choice in Brownsburg tonight. Started that. I think they started at 6:30. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make that with the pipe show coming up. I really need to stay focused here and try to get a fair amount of work done tonight, because I got to get these on so I can hopefully be staining these 8 pipes by this weekend. It'll be hopefully over with the staining, and then I'll be on to the finish coats. There's one of them drilled out. I've already cut these to 1 inch long. Plunder Shop. How you doing, Gabriel? Thanks for stopping by. Just drilling some mouthpieces out, trying to get them ready to go on these pipes over here. I think I may like the faster speed better. And my girls are outside acting up. Drilling them out to 530 seconds currently. Just breaking the edge a little bit on it. Let's see which way to put that one. Yeah, I think the faster speed works better for drilling through. Didn't tear out on the backside that way. "209 Piper, how you doing?" Actually, instead of turning these down currently, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to drill the other 3 or 4 before I start turning. Um, here's a different material. This is Tortuga material. I think's what it's called. It's like kind of like tortoise shell or something. Whereas this is kind of a wood grain. It doesn't look so much like it, but kind of has a coffee look to it with creamer poured in it sometimes when you get it turned. We'll cut some of these. I don't know what the little girl out there is barking about. She's not happy about something. Maybe I should take a quick look. What's up? It's the yellow cat. Yes, I see it. It's fine. It's fine. It's not bothering you. One of the neighbors has a dark yellow cat. Actually, they don't like any of the cats except for our gray cat that stays in the fence. That's the only one they don't mind. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna part these off. So about an inch is what my length is gonna be. So I will mark my drill bit at an inch. That way I know when I went deep enough to, maybe I should include the parting tool also. So maybe I'll make that mark just a little wider. We'll go to the back side of it. That way we're sure we're through far enough. So we'll set that up for drill. Alrighty, so there's our inch long hole. The wife is wanting the doggies inside, evidently. So now we'll switch this out for this, the parting tool. Excuse me. Now we'll figure out what about an inch is here. Bring this in. Step back out of the way. We'll bring this over and then bring it back to touch it. I've got the depth set on my calipers at 1 inch. So that'll work. Now what we'll do, snug that down. Better make sure. All right, it's snug. I'm going to use a smaller Allen than that hole is. It's a little bit smaller, and we'll part that off. And the Allen will help me catch the part so it doesn't just go bouncing.
That
I had to slow down for parting off. I knew I should have, but it left enough material on there. I can clean it up. It'll be fine. I wondered why it was kind of cutting funny there at the end. Yep, we're still in an inch, so we're good. All right, we'll set that one up there. And guess we just go ahead and drill out there again. Forget how many of these I need. Maybe we'll do like 4 or 5 of them. Won't hurt to have a couple extra. Black marks got wore off just from drilling that one, so had to get the marker out and re-mark it. They were just real faint, couldn't hardly see them. All right, so now that's out an inch again. Close enough. I'll set it. It's moving on me. There we go. Just use the end of the calipers and pushed on the material until it touched. And I think I'm going to trim this one up a little bit. So I'm going to pull out just a little. There we go. So we're going to trim up that end. That's a little rough. I decided earlier I'm going to slow down for that. Rinse and repeat, basically. Alrighty. Reset to 1 inch again. Speed change after locking it down here in a second. Alrighty, don't have to center drill this one because I ran the drill bit a little more than 1 inch deep that time. We're good to continue on. lost that mark again. It wears off quick. "209 Piper Smoking Cigar Leaf Blend from Warped and C&D. Nice. It's almost too easy." Blake's Pipes is Cloud Hopper. Sounds like a medicinal hobbit weed. Smokable quiet nights and a Pilsner beer. Just looking back through some of your comments. How's it going, Blake? Alrighty, so we need to part off another end. Oh, that wasn't good. Not the end of the world, though. It was just a tape measure sitting on the end of the lathe. Trying to get ready for Chicago, Blake. I'm making mouthpieces for 7 or 8 pipes I got sitting over there that need mouthpieces put on them. So right now I'm just drilling them and parting them off, and then as soon as I do this one and then reface some of them, I'm probably gonna switch to actually turning them to size. All right, we'll call that. That's 4 of them. That's close enough for now, probably. Now I'm just gonna clean up the face of them a little bit. Actually, let's see how this one looks if I do this. Not liking that one. Clean them up, then I'll see what I got. Probably just a matter of turning them around. It's like I'm at a little bit of an angle. Better off no angle. Or positive angle versus no angle. How's it? Probably ought to run this in like this. Give that just a little bit of a taper, because that'll probably be the side against your mouth, so we don't want any sharp edges there. Here's the reason I'm cleaning that end off. That little bit there at the end where it broke off where I was parting them off. So I got to clean them up for that reason. More of these, and we'll see where we're at. All right, there's those. Let's see if we chamfered the other ones already. This one's, if it has, it's not very good. So we'll go ahead and redo them. There we go. All right, so now I think we'll go ahead and open them up for the stainless tenon that goes in. And that means it gets a 5 mil. Drilling from this side, but we only go a 1/2 inch. Already got the drill bit taped up, so we know where to stop. And the second one was just a ream to make a truer hole and a smoother hole. There's one. Let's see this one here. Which way we going here? These are a little bigger around because I didn't cut them down previously. The other rod stock I'd already cut down some. That's all right. It'll work either way. It'll just take a little bit longer on the turning process this time. Not happy with the backside of that. Gotta clean that up. Hopefully everybody's having a great evening this night. I think it's Monday the 6th. It's not gonna be long, and it's gonna be time to go to Chicago. Hopefully a bunch of you guys can join us up there. Captain Burley Slice, how's it going? I'm just drilling some mouthpieces for my Shire series pipes. Here's one that I did earlier. So it's just an inch long piece of acrylic that I drill out, and then I have to blend to the wooden stem. So I've got 6 more that need those, and I'm working on 7, so I'll have a spare at the moment, but it'll get used up at some point. So that's what we're working on now, just drilling them. Right now I'm drilling them for the 5mm stainless tenon that goes in between the mouthpiece and the stem. And then as soon as I do this, I'll have to start turning the exterior down close to the stem size. So now we're going to swap the drill chuck out for a live end. And we're going to pull out the current mouthpiece, and we're going to put in a dead end. That way it'll drive the part as I need to turn it. And just slip that up there. Okay, now gotta move it over some more for the tool I'm using. This thing's probably gonna be just a touch noisier because I think I'm gonna shift into my side travel motion. Which I want to go that way. We'll see how well this goes. I have not done the mouthpieces this way before. Typically, I turn them while they're all rod stock, get them down to size, and then I chop off the 1-inch pieces. But we'll see if this way works or not. So Well, that worked for however much material I just took off. Problem is, the more material I try taking off, the more load it puts on it, and then it could start slipping on my drive side. So I think we're gonna go for 355 on this one. We'll see what we're measured at right now. Right now we're at 625. Wow, we got a little ways to go. Not too shabby. The first cut took off 20 thousandths, and I think the second cut took off 40 thousandths, and it allowed me to keep going with that. So let's see. That should be around 565 and 564 and a half. All righty. All right, we'll take a look at that. I think we're going to be around 445 now after those three passes. 444. And we're shooting for 355. Let me double check that. Yep. So this will take us to 404. Now we should be at 364. We'll see here in just a second. And I didn't cut to the end. I was thinking that's what was going on. Didn't want to cut into my aluminum point though. We'll clean that up. Alrighty. All that stuff wrapped right back around it. There we go. We got most of it off. Now we'll measure that and we should be there. Oh, 358 and a half. Really? 358 and a half. All right, we're going to take off another 3.5. So that'll be. There we go. I just went back and forth just to go ahead and try to make it as smooth as possible right now. I mean, I'll be polishing it later and shaping the tip a little bit more. If you suffer from motion sickness or seasickness, whatever you want to call it, you might want to look away for about 15 seconds. I'm going to move the camera over and I'll show you what the next step of my process is. Alrighty, I think we've arrived. Oh, almost broke my phone holder. I've done that multiple times. Let's see, I think that's this one and this one. So I think we'll pull this one here. So we have our stainless tenon glued into the cherry stem. So now these are always snug going on. And that's okay because I'm going to do something else. I'll go ahead and shape the end of the mouthpiece. Um, and I need another piece of 5mm tubing for that. The same stuff that I use to make the tenons out of. What I do is I put this in a drill bit. That's the same material I use for my stainless tenons. And with this being tight like it is, oh, that one went right on. It'll still work though. Or it should. So this is probably gonna be moving just again for 3 seconds maybe. Okay, so there's my shaping wheel. Currently it's a cylinder. So I'm gonna turn on my vacuum so we get rid of the dust, and you'll see me radius the tip of this. All right, we'll kill that. I'm gonna move the camera again, another 3 seconds. Okay, we're back to stationary, hopefully. I'll just set this drill here for now, hopefully. Maybe it won't fall off here. So now you can see. Time to fly. Okay, take care, Plunder. So now you can see the radius I put on the end there to come down to the point for the mouthpiece. Let's see. hoping you go live in Chicago. That's a good idea. Don't forget to get a hold of me, Plunder Shop. We'll see if we can get you a little advertisement up there. Just got one person watching, but that's all right. So now I'm going to take that off my stock, and I don't think it's going to fit this church warden yet. It's still pretty snug. So I'm just going to take a small piece of sandpaper and open this up just a touch. See if we can find something to work for us here. Always got to custom cut these little pieces to roll them up and to fit, just so we can open up that. Because I bet this piece is going to be too long. Yep, way too long. That's more like closer to the 1/4 inch mark. So we will just take it, and we're going to cut a little off, and we'll see if it fits next time. Hopefully it fits. Okay. So now we'll just roll up the remainder like that. And bingo. Got lucky. So now we'll just sand the end of the side of this to get it to fit the tenon that's glued into the church warden. Oh, I'm moving us around the shop. Oh, okay. So you're the one viewer that's still with me. Awesome. Hey, don't forget, shoot me an email, grunewaldpipes@icloud.com. And like I say, I honestly don't know a price. I mean, I struggle in the beginning trying to figure out pricing, but luckily I've had some pipe makers help me on pipe pricing. So I don't want to just throw out some number without any kind of real knowledge of your product you're working on, man. Um, so whatever number you decide on, that's your number, man. Just let me know what it is. And we only got let's see, today is the 6th. We got just over 3 weeks. So I mean, if you can get them together in that amount of time and get them shipped out to me, I'll be more than happy to put them out on the table and display them and put your cards out for you. Shipping them to me is a whole lot cheaper than traveling there and paying the whole hotel bill and all that. I know. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so just a little bit of sanding inside that acrylic bit, and it is on. It's it's really close. Since I went to the 355, I can feel it's a little bit high right here, just by a few thousandths. So now that I'm there, I'll take some sandpaper and sand the transition from wood to acrylic and back and forth and get that knocked down to where the transition's smooth. And this kind of ties back in to here. Um, when you're talking artisan pipes, they're critical about making a nice smooth transition when you go from your stem to your stummel. So I apply the same thing to my modified mouthpiece to the stem. Um, and typically, just for your own information, uh, to know an artisan pipe maker is taking the time to make the pipe correctly, like right now, it kind of arcs this way. if you take a pipe and you turn it 45 degrees like that, or whatever, 90 degrees, and you feel this transition still smooth, or you turn it upside down like that is there, and that transition's still smooth, they've spent the time to make sure that that transition stem to stumble. This now it's clocked over to that side. Now I'll clock it back down. And no matter where you turn it, that transition from stem to stumble on an artisan pipe should be good. If it's not, then they weren't really watching all their details. I can pretend like I know what I'm doing sometimes. It's just I don't mind sharing some of the information others have given me and told me, but so when you're looking at artisan pipes in the future, you know what you're looking for, and that way you can know whether the caliber of pipes where you want it to be for the money you're spending. And then what I'll do, even though this will never turn, this will end up being epoxied onto that Delrin tenon. I mean Delrin, onto the stainless tenon that's in here. It won't come apart there. It's not meant to. It's only meant to come apart at the normal tenon spot. I still go ahead and rotate these and sand them down. That way I know that that's a nice transition, truly round at that size. I mean, if you were a little bit off, as long as you glued it up right, it wouldn't matter because nobody will ever turn it and worry about whether it matches us flush or not. But it's a good thing to do. There's 320. Now we'll switch up to 400. Earlier, before I sandblasted this one, I had this transition worked out and I had sanded part of the way up the stem on it before I did the blast, because once I did the blast, then I could no longer rotate it and continue to sand to get that nice smooth transition. So I had to do that before I was ready to blast. Blast turned out fairly decent on the pipes that I blasted Saturday. Good friend of mine, Wayne Typin. He's Typin Pipes, I believe, on Instagram. He's got a pipe shop there at his house that he works on pipes. He's getting back into it. He did it earlier on. I forget, up till like 17 or 18, he was making pipes, and yeah, life got busy. He wasn't able to continue to do it at the time, but he's getting back into it and he's got all the setup, and he let me borrow his sandblaster. He lets me come over and hang out with him for a few hours. I think I was there 8.5 hours Saturday hanging out with him, having a good time. He was working on some pipes and I was working on getting these sandblasted, and I think the Country Squire had some of his pipes on their website for a little while, and it's Teipen, I believe is how you spell his name. He makes some nice looking pipes. Really cool guy. Keep getting dust down in the crack that separates the two at the moment, so I keep cleaning it out so I can see what's going on exactly. Sounds like the missus is out and about. Wonder if she's coming out here needing me to do something. Almost there. Just a few little scratches I need to still clear up with this 320, and then I will move, or this is 400. Then we'll move up to 600 and man, it's 8:30. Time does fly. I've got to get 5 more of these turned down. Made it up would be nice on those two. What's up, dear? I don't think you have anything I can take on my plane. Trash bags. Be the only thing I know. You gonna get frost tonight?
Yes.
Well, the cold weather's not over yet here in Indiana, evidently. So she's covering plants to keep them from dying off. Surprised she didn't have them covered last night. I thought we were supposed to freeze last night. Or frost, whatever it is. Not sure how cold it has to get. I think it has to get below freezing to do that. We're getting there. Maybe I should step back to 320 to try to get there a little quicker. Maybe went to 400 just a little too early. Should have probably made the stem portion just a hair smaller. Easier to sand the wood down to the acrylic, I think, than it is to take the acrylic down to the wood, which is what I'm having to do at the moment. Because there are a few little scratches remained right at the transition. Let's go. Now 320 will finish it, or 400 will finish it up. And the little girl's out barking again. Feeling good. All righty, so there's one down, 5 more to go. All right, Plunder, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. You still have to like 8 sheaths to make. Oh wow. How long does a sheath usually take you? Is it out of leather, I'm assuming? Leather sheath. at the fastest 2 hours. Wow. Awesome. Sounds like you got your work cut out for you. All right, Plunder. Well, I'm gonna hop off here, and I'm gonna continue working, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut the feed. Um, been on here for 78 minutes, and people got a pretty good idea of what the process looked like, I think, today. So have a fair May 2nd. Oh, nice. That's the same weekend as the pipe show. All right. Well, good luck to you, Plunder, and I will talk to you later. Have a blessed week and pipe on.